everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name is Miss Patty. I'm with the Education Service Center, Region 2. I want to thank ATV Tournament of Champions for sponsoring the Early Scholars Academy Creative Station Virtual Summer Camp. Now, today, as you can see, I'm coming to you from the tropics room or the rainforest. So we're going to do some things have to do with the tropics. But first, we're going to need some binoculars. Binoculars will help you see things that are far away up close. So we need that so we can observe some of the animals that we have in the tropics room. So what you're going to need 2 cardboard tubes. I'm sure you've seen this and you have this at your home. So what you're going to do, you're going to get markers or crayons, tissue paper, anything that you want to decorate it with. So I'm going to make some squiggle lines on mine. You can use any color you want. This is your binoculars, your pretend binoculars. Okay, I'm going to do the other one too. Squiggles. You can put construction paper on there. You can get another marker. Any kind of design you want. And I'm going to do the same to the other one. Okay. I think I add one more color to it. I'm going to add some green. Just making squiggles. You want to draw a tree on yours, you can. Now, there are 4 layers to the rainforest. Down at the bottom is called the forest floor. That's where ants, beetles, snakes, boa constrictors, that's where you see the animals, the capybaras and the tapirs, that's where they live. Now, as you get a little bit higher to our smaller trees and bushes, that's where we still see some of the ants and the beetles, snakes, chameleons, some of the snakes that crawl up into the trees, that's where they live. Now, right underneath our trees is called the canopy. We see a lot of our birds, we'll see butterflies there, and at the tip top is called the emergent layer. That's where like the harpy eagles and the quetzals, and you'll see all the parrots, that's where they'll fly on the emergent layer. So I have my 2 tubes here. That was 4 layers of the rainforest. Now what you're going to do, you're going to tape them together. I have some clear tape. If you don't have clear tape, I'll show you how to use it with Scotch tape. So now you have to put it together. You might need your parents' help with this because once you stick the tape on, they'll kind of move about. Okay, they'll start moving. Okay, and then you just tape them together, just like that. Okay. Just like that. So let me show you about the ones with Scotch tape. Okay. Yeah. So I have some Scotch tape. This is on my dispenser. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a strip and put it on one side of the tube. So see it right there, right on top. So then I get another piece, and then where that one ended, I'll start again and keep going. So I started again on that little side, keep going. And then one more piece. Start where that ended and keep going all the way around until you get it all the way around. Now, this next one, you are going to need a hole puncher. So this is your binoculars, so you need to find out which end you want to look through. You want to look through this end or this end. So whatever end you're going to look through, that's where you're going to punch the holes on the side. So I'm going to use my hole punch one hole on one side, go on the other, and punch another hole. Okay, so you got one hole there and one hole there on that side. Now I'm going to get a long piece of yarn and I'm going to string it through and then tie a knot. And then I'm going to get the other end and tie a knot. Now, you don't want it too short because you won't be able to bring it up. And have it too short, you can't bring it up to your eyes to see. But that's why you need a long piece of yarn. This is about 36 inches or 1 yard. Okay, so once you have that, you have your binoculars, you put it around, and that way you can bring it up to your eyes and see what's in our rainforest. Because right behind me, I have a chameleon. It's right up there. He's looking at me. Okay, so we got our binoculars. Now, in our rainforest, we have lots of animals. So we're going to do some of the animals, but we're also going to do a vine. Yeah, let me put some things away. That right there. I'll put my binoculars here, so in case I need to look for some animals, I have them ready. We are going to make a rainforest vine. You are going to need some strips of green construction paper. I just cut these strips. I got a piece of green and I just cut them about 1.5 inches. And I started to make a paper chain. Some of you might remember this from school when you were making some of those. So let me show you how to make. After you get your strip, you're going to get your glue stick or regular glue, glue one end, put some glue at one end, and then you're going to roll, go like this, flip it over, and then touch that in. That's the start of your paper chain. Now, then you get the next one, put it through the other hole, through the other chain, put some glue, fold it over, and attach. See? Okay, now put it through again, put some glue, so you have it like this, fold it over, and then glue the two pieces together. So that's how you're going to start your vine, your paper chain vine, your green vine, and we're going to attach animals to it. So I'm going to attach this one. So you put it through, glue a spot, fold it over, and glue the two pieces together. So I have my long chain. Now you can make your chain as long as you want, or as thick as you want. The only thing you do, you just cut the paper thicker, or if you make a real thin one, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to do one more, a couple more. So I want my paper chain a little bit long because I have a few animals to put on there. Okay, let's go. This one, I want to make sure I have space for them. Now, I'm going to only show you a few little animals in the rainforest, but you can look up some more animals and put some more on your paper chain, your vine. And see, and once you're done, you can hang it up on your doorknob, and you'll have your rainforest vine. So, we're going to make a snake. Now, some of you might know this activity. You're going to use a paper plate. Oops. You're going to use a paper plate, and you're going to make like a spiral. You're going to use the underside. This is the plate side, and this is the underside. So I'm going to get my marker. Okay. So now I'm going to start at the edge right here, and I'm going to go all the way around. I'm going to make a spiral around the paper plate. So see what I'm doing here? Coming around and around, and I'm going to kind of stop. So that's going to be my head of my snake. So I went around and around, going inside, and I stopped there so I can make the head of my snake. Now this is where you're going to start drawing different things. Okay, so here's your snake, and then you can make stripes on your snake. Okay, I'm going to add some googly eyes on here, so I'm going to paint some eyes. If you want to put some eyes on, paint some eyes, you can. I'm going to probably add some little squiggles around my snake, on the snake's body. Now, this is your snake. You can do anything you want to it. You can always look up snakes in the rainforest and get some kind of the colors they have. Usually it's pretty dark with browns and blacks and a few greens, so they can camouflage on the forest floor. A lot of the animals in the rainforest, they do camouflage to their surroundings to protect themselves, just like a chameleon does. It will change color to its surroundings. Okay. And then, so I have all my little snake, my little scales on my snake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at that line, go all the way around, keep going around and around and around. All the way around in a spiral. All the way around like that. Okay, so that's your snake. And then sort of like the edge I did not color, I can do that now. I want to color it. Just kind of color it. You can color your whole paper plate and then draw that spiral. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some googly eyes on here. One, two little googly eyes. Now, I think I'm going to make a little tongue for my snake. I'm going to see if I can find some red construction paper real quick, and I found some right here. I'm going to make a little tongue for my snake. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like that. I'll just make like a little triangle, and then I'm going to make a little slit in that. So there's my little tongue, and I'm just going to put some glue on that. This. I'm going to put it right under my snake. And here's his little tongue. And then I'm going to attach it to my vine. So I'm going to kind of put him through here. Let me do the second one. So I'm going to have him kind of crawl in here. Just be real careful. I'm going to do the spiral a little bit so he can kind of be inside the little vine. So he's going to be like that. He's going to be in my vine. Okay, so that's one of my little animals. Let's see. We made a snake or a boa constrictor. What about, my blue morpho butterfly. In the rainforest, these are called blue morpho butterflies. I'm going to get some paper. Now, you can use white paper. You can use blue paper to draw on. You can make your own butterfly, which I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. Yeah. So sometimes I can fold a piece of paper like this. I just fold a little piece of it, like with the halfway point. I'm going to cut it out. Okay, now you can make a butterfly shape and unfold it, sort of like when you make Valentine's. So I'm going to go around, and that's going to be one of my butterfly wings. And I'm going to come almost to the middle, come back out, and come around again. And you make a little butterfly like this. Or you can draw one if you want. Now, the blue morpho butterfly, the way they camouflage is that the underside is brown with some spots. So I'm going to color it brown. Let me see if I can get my brown crayon here. And then this is brown. So I'm going to do the underside first. Because when they are camouflaged, the shiny blue side, that's where people see it from down. You just see the shiny blue. But when you look up, you'll see the camouflage part underneath the blue morpho butterfly. So I'm going to color it brown. Now, if you want to do a marker, you can. That'll be really thick. Or if you have colored pencils, you can use the colored pencils. Now, it does look like it appears to have some eyes. So what I'm going to do, because this is the top part of my butterfly, this is the bottom. So I'm going to get my marker, and I'm going to kind of make some circles that kind of look like eyes. So have some dark areas. Now, for the top part, the blue morpho butterfly. Now, it does have a dark area right near the wings, right at the edge of the wings. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my black marker, kind of outline where the wings are, the top part of the butterfly. Okay. Now, sometimes you might get marker on your table. It's best if you have like a tray or an old cookie sheet that you're not using, or you get a piece of newspaper to put on the top of the table, anything to cover it, or placemat. If you have a placemat, you can use that. That can be your crafting area. That way you don't get things on the table, like markers or glue. And then what I'm going to do in the middle, I'm going to kind of put the middle where my middle part of the butterfly. All right. And then I'm going to put a little bit of area just like that. This is like embellishing, kind of making an outline where the color is going to be, kind of make it stand out a little bit more. So what I did is I did that little outline around the butterfly. I made the center of the butterfly, and then I kind of put some things on the wings. Now it's going to be blue. So I need to get my blue crayon. This is blue. Okay, and I'm going to color it all blue. So this is going to be my wings of shiny blue. For my blue morpho butterfly. Coming around. In our rainforest here at the Early Scholars Academy, we do have a few animals that live here. We have a redfoot tortoise. Her name is Shelly. She's been here at the Early Scholars Academy for over 8 years now, 8.5 years she's been living here. She will reach up to the age about 50 years old, and she will be the size of a dinner plate. So maybe like the size of a paper plate. That's how big she will get. So she's about 12 years old. She's been living here for 8, and then we got her when she's probably like 4 years old. And then we do also have some cockroaches, giant cave cockroaches. So I have my butterfly right here. And let me see. And then I'm going to put some antenna. Let's see what color antenna I have some dark antenna right here. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this in half. Oh, it's green. Let's see if I can find a darker color. I don't think I have a darker, but it's okay because this is my butterfly and they'll have green antenna. So let me cut this in half. And I'm going to put it here to the underside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tape it because the glue will take a little while to dry. So I'm going to put it on my vine. So I'm going to tape it, but you can glue yours. And okay, I'm going to twirl it to make it look like antenna. Okay, so here is my blue Morpho butterfly. Now I'm going to attach it to my vine, my rainforest vine. Okay, so I got my snake on there. Now I'm going to get my blue Morpho butterfly. I'm going to get you some tape to tape it on. Let's see if I tape it like this. Find a place where it sticks like this. So far I got my snake. I got my blue Morpho butterfly. Oops. Okay. Now I am going to, let's see, I got that one. I got that one. Ah, my parrot. Okay, got my snake, got my butterfly. Now I'm going to make a parrot. Now this one, you're going to need a small paper plate, or if you don't have one, you just make, get like a cereal bowl and then put it on a piece of paper, construction paper, and then trace out the shape. So to make a small circle, that's about a cereal bowl size. Okay, and then what you're going to do, you're going to cut it in half. One half is going to be the body. The other half is going to be its beak. See, it's going to be like that. So we're going to have to do some embellishing. So you can make your parrot any color. So, and you can make wings on it. I have feathers that I'm going to attach. So this is his head. I'm going to make sure I leave space for his beak. Okay, I'm going to kind of go like this. I'm going to make his beak brown. So, okay, and then I'm going to put some different colors in here. I have some green. Okay, and then I'm going to make a big googly eye, a big eye. So I'm going to use some white paper. Since I'm doing one side of the parrot, I'm just going to make one circle for his eye. I do have some googly eyes, but they're kind of small, and you won't be able to see it that well or look not proportioned, not kind of matching his body. Put a little part to his eye. Let me see if I get my black marker. Put this in the middle. Okay. And my glue. And like that. I'm going to glue my two shapes together. Now, this is your choice. Now you can put it where he has his tummy on the inside, or you can glue it where it's on the outside like that. So it's up to you which way you want to do that, okay? So you can put some glue. This. Okay. So far I got it like that. And then I'm going to attach some feathers to him. Some feathers right in here. Now, when you're using feathers, you're going to have to make sure that you use plenty of glue so it can stick. Okay, so I'm going to put some feathers. So I'm going to make sure I have plenty of glue. Oops, almost out of glue on this one. Okay, here, and then here. Let's get a few more. Careful with the feathers, they like to go all over the place. And come down here. One more I'm going to stick right here. Okay, so I have a parrot here. Okay, now I'm going to attach it to my vine. So I'm going to use some tape. And I'm just going to make a little. So there's a couple spots I need to use tape so I can attach it to my rainforest vine. So you can say. All right, let me put this up. Let's do the butterfly. I got my snake. I think I'll put my parrot right here. Okay, boys. All right, there you go. See, I got my snake, my blue Morpho butterfly right there. I got my parrot on my vine. And then you can add any animals you want. And I also got my binoculars to look at the rainforest or even look at trees at your house and see what lives in your tree. I bet you have probably birds. You might have some squirrels up the tree also. So it'd be real interesting to find out what's living in your tree. All right, boys and girls, that's our rainforest coming to you from the Early Scholars Academy. So I hope to see you next time. And I want to thank HEB Tournament of Champions for sponsoring the Early Scholars Academy Creative Stage Virtual Summer Camp. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.